Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Will here, Orlando-based flight attendant. I hope you're doing wonderful. I am currently here at the club in NCO. I am traveling home to Puerto Rico with my friend Osvaldo, and he has priority pass, so we decided to stop here at the lounge before we head over to the gate and see if we get seats. If not, I guess we'll just try again later. But I'll tell you more about the reason for this trip in a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to continue enjoying the snackies here, and I'll talk to you soon. We did not make it on the flight to Aguadilla, and now we are currently looking at what we're going to do. I am trying to modify my reservation, so I looked another flight option to go to San Juan instead of Aguadilla, and we'd have to go through Baltimore, and everything looks super red or yellow for tomorrow, so I think we're gonna have to go to Baltimore, go to San Juan, and then drive to Aguadilla. Flights to San Juan, doesn't matter which airline, they're always oversold. I think San Juan needs its own airline with like 15 daily flights between Orlando and San Juan and Aguadilla because they're always packed. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully, if we get new boarding passes and I'm able to change it, we can go back to the club. Waiting for Osvaldo to finish up some things there, and then we'll just come up with a game plan and see what we end up doing. Little update. We've been trying to figure out what we're going to do. So I believe I told you that we were gonna go to Baltimore and then we were going to San Juan. Originally, I thought that it was the same aircraft flying from Orlando to Baltimore, then San Juan. Seems like it's two different aircrafts. If there's a slight delay on the flight leaving out of Orlando, then we're gonna miss our connection to San Juan. Now schedule is like maybe 40 minutes or 35, and I don't think that that's enough time for us to get off the aircraft, try to run to wherever the next gate is, and then hop on the new flight. And granted, we do have to talk to the gate agent before we get seats. Are you gonna keep mocking me? But our new game plan now is to go to JFK tonight on our friends at JetBlue, and then there's a 5 a.m. flight going to Aguadilla. I know it sounds crazy to go north, but we were already gonna do that going to Baltimore. When you're flying standby, you gotta have the backup and a backup for the backup. We're listing on the first flight to Aguadilla, which is at like 5:20 in the morning. Then there's a 6:30 a.m. flight going to San Juan. The flight to Aguadilla has 8 open seats, only 2 people on standby, and actually 3 people on standby. Only 2 of us are checked in. So if the flight remains like it is right now with 8 open seats, then we're getting on. Then 6:30 a.m. flight has about 42 open seats with only like 6 people on standby. So I guess on paper now, that's what the game plan is going to be. You may be wondering why not stay in Orlando and try again tomorrow. I looked at every single flight out of Orlando tomorrow and everything is red. Flights are showing -15, -20. I looked at one that it was like -26, so there's no way we're gonna get on. And there are a couple flights leaving tonight. There's one on Spirit and going to Aguadilla, but that one is -14. Maybe we'll just make something out of it in New York and explore for a couple hours, and then we'll just head back to the airport. People buy expensive phones, but they can't buy headphones. Unbelievable. Anyway, flight to JFK, there was one at 6 p.m. and that one only has like 2 open seats and there's like 9 people on standby. So I don't think that's gonna work. 9 p.m. flight has about what, like 40 open seats or 60 open seats with only 2 people on standby. So I think we're gonna aim for that. It is currently 4 o'clock, so we have a long night here at the airport. If you didn't know, JetBlue's like in a whole different terminal here at the airport. So it's gonna take us at least 25 minutes to get to that side. I'll keep you posted. This is what it's like to fly standby. Is it fun? Do you think it's fun? It is definitely stressful. It's fun? It could be fun, depending who you're with. Si está con alguien que es bien estrésico, no va a funcionar. We're just enjoying the experience for when we go non-revving for your birthday. Osvaldo wants to go on a backpacking trip. We still have a few more months before his birthday, but he wants to go standby to South America. I already listed on the flights, I already checked in. Osvaldo's gonna check in just a moment, and then we'll start our journey to the C terminal. If you're wondering how this guy and I met, he lived in Puerto Rico, I lived in Chicago at the time, and we were both in grad school, and I was doing the online program, so was he. And we weren't in the same area of study, however, we needed to take the same class. And so that semester, it was like a group of like 5 people, and then I was in charge of creating like the WhatsApp group. And so I share my number, people send me their numbers or whatever. And I actually dropped the class. I dropped the class, he stayed in the class. But after that we connected and we became best friends since. And this was like 4 years ago. It was like a long distance friendship because we didn't really get to hang as much. Made it to the lounge. Now we're going to get ourselves situated and then just eat something, maybe have a few snacks. Our flight's at like, it doesn't board until like 8 something and it's like 5 p.m. right now. What? 6, 7, 8, 9, like 4 hours to kill here in the lounge. Thank God for Osvaldo with his priority pass because otherwise we probably would have gotten back to the apartment. Oh, that looks very good. Look at you, Mr. Fancy. This week, I have a few days off after all these crazy hours that I've been working. There is this comedian back home, and he has a TV show. And one of the sketches I really like, I think it's super funny, and they turned that sketch into a play. We're supposed to go see the play on Thursday. Osvaldo just asked me if I'm tired. ¿Tú no estás cansado? I don't believe him a second. We've been here at the airport since probably like 12:30.
I'm sorry, but I will hang out.
You will hang out? You want to hang out when we get to New York?
In New York, yeah.
Do you think we're gonna sleep at the airport? Me?
Yeah, I will go.
Wow, okay, so we're officially leaving the lounge now and we're gonna go for a walk, get some coffee, and I need to get some treats for the flight attendants. Everything's looking good, flight's on time, so we'll be good. And hopefully we just get seats on this flight so that we can go, and then we still have to decide the whole factor of are we gonna sleep in the airport, get a hotel. We just don't know yet. But I guess sometimes it goes like this when you're traveling standby, right? You really have to be flexible though. If you are trying to bring a friend or your best friend, like in my case.
Oh, you
have to travel with people that are flexible, that are willing to go through the motions, that also have priority pass so that you can go to lounges. So they have started boarding already for this flight to JFK, and Osvaldo and I didn't realize that it's gonna be cold in New York. I do have long sleeve, and this is kind of thick, but this is all I have. I already talked to the gate agent, let him know that we're here. He confirmed our names and priority codes, because here at JetBlue is priority codes, so they usually wait until like the very end to assign seats. I've been lucky sometimes when it's like a pretty open flight. I just get a seat right away, but the guy is working alone, so it's just one gate agent helping people with like strollers and stuff, and also boarding the flight, so I don't want to overwhelm him. Alright guys, we made it on the flight, the last 2 passengers to get on board.
Good evening folks, on the flight deck, welcome aboard JetBlue Flight 384, service up to nearest John F. Kennedy Airport. Ground crew's up, loading up the last of the bags. Once everyone's on board, push back. Got quick taxi here tonight. Once we're off the ground, 2 hours and 11 minutes flying. We just came down from New York. It was a mostly smooth ride. A few light bumps on the climb up from JFK. Expected that on the arrival there. Nice weather in New York tonight. Light winds out of the south. Mostly clear skies. Temperature is 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Pleasure having you on board. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
I guess it's not as cold as we thought it was. 57 is still pretty low, but it'll be good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and don't know, just relax and try to sleep because we're gonna have a long night. I think we both decided on not getting a hotel. It doesn't really make sense to get a hotel for like 4 hours because even though we get in close to like midnight, we'd have to be back at the airport at like 3:30 or 4 to go through security and the whole thing. You have something to say? So we'll most likely try to go find pizza and then I guess we'll just go back to the airport and hope to God that we make it on this flight at 5 a.m.
I want pizza, I want beer, I want to explore those cities.
Okay, I guess he wants pizza, he wants beer, I concur. We'll go explore the city. Now, I'm not thrilled about walking around in the city with our bags, but I guess we're gonna have to give it a try and see how that goes. And obviously I'm gonna bring you guys along, so yeah, let's see how that goes, guys. My biggest pet peeve, not only as a flight attendant, but as a regular passenger, is people getting up when the door's not even open. Where are you going? What are you trying to do, jump over people? Currently here in the men's restroom. I was brushing my teeth. We're gonna freshen up for a second here. And I think we're gonna go to Times Square. And now we just have to find the air train and go to the Jamaica stops and then transfer to Times Square. So yeah, that's the plan for right now. The flight was smooth, the crew was very nice. We got here somewhat early, so that's always a plus. And now we're gonna go to Times Square for maybe an hour, if we're being honest. And then we're gonna come right back to the airport and try to go. Honestly, yeah, it does sound a little crazy to go all the way there just for an hour, but what I want to do I want to go there just for an hour or sit here for 4? You know? And really, we just want to go there because we want to eat some pizza. So that's the goal. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's go. So first mistake in the books, we were on the right train and then someone said Terminal 7 or something and we thought that we were on the wrong one, so we got off. Finally made it to Times Square. We're about to walk maybe like 6 minutes. It is 1:50 in the morning. We probably have like 40 minutes to walk around real quick, get some food, and go right back to the airport. So let's make it happen. Made it back to Jamaica Station and now we are going to hop on the air train to go to JFK. We have exactly 30 minutes until our plane starts boarding. So let's get to this gate. When we were going through security, we got an alert that we got our seats assigned. Osvaldo is in 3A, I think I am in 13D. So I got a aisle and he got a window seat, but now we gotta run, so dude, let's go. Osvaldo has officially graduated from the standby games Dad is on our way to pick us up, and then we're probably just gonna sleep for the day. Well, officially home. Now it is time to shower and sleep for a little bit. Our flight coming here was about 3 hours and 5 minutes. I slept the majority of the flight. I think I woke up when we only had about maybe 20 something minutes left on our flight. Like I said, I'm gonna sleep a few hours. We're here, we're done, and then we'll go back to the stressful times on Friday when I have to go back to Orlando because I do work super early on Saturday. I had a lot of fun doing all of this, and I know it might sound crazy, but in my head is memories that I'm making. Like, how often do you actually get to just fly to New York to go eat pizza, walk around Times Square, and then go on with your life? You know, so that's what, in my eyes, that's what memories are. And I'll have this as a good memory with my best friend. I'm gonna shower and go to bed because your boy's tired, and it was a very fun long night. So I will catch you guys later. It is currently Friday. We made it back to Orlando after a very short but long week. The last thing that you guys saw was me getting home on Wednesday around 10 or 11 a.m. and it is now Friday. I just landed. That day I slept the entire day, and then Thursday morning I woke up super early and then had breakfast with my mom, and then we drove over to the San Juan area for the play. That was amazing. I actually got to meet the actors and it was just a wonderful time. Then we slept there overnight, and then today I basically slept all day and obviously had to drive back home. Initially I was gonna leave out of San Juan, but everything was so packed out of there, and then I ended up finding a JetBlue flight out of Awadilla, and I was like, you know what, let's just give it a try. My airline's flight was oversold, so I was like, I'm not even gonna try that, and I don't really feel like taking a jump seat, so didn't do that. Got on a JetBlue flight and just landed here. It is 11:21 p.m. waiting for the gate link to get me to the B terminal so I can get to the car, go to the apartment, because tomorrow I start a 3-day trip. Thank you so much for coming to learn a bit more about flying standby and what it's really like, especially when you don't make a flight, and what you can do instead, you know, and turn it into something fun. So if you enjoyed this vlog, go ahead and smash that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I am going to see you next week for another flight tip video. Take care.